Plaintiff Kiana Bennett says she and the defendant were raised as sisters, but over the years, the defendant has made some bad decisions. Kiana claims the defendant skipped school, smoked marijuana, and dated abusive men. Kiana's suing for rent, property damage, and an electric bill. Defendant Kiana Dukes says the plaintiff has made mistakes in her life as well and has also been in abusive relationships. Kiana does not believe she owes the plaintiff because she gave her money every time she got paid.
Start with you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Before we start, I have promised my best friend I will tell you that she loves you and she watches you every day.
Tell her I said thank you. So that means she's watching now. Thank you, best friend.
Kiana is my godsister. We were raised as sisters. Always, my mom raised her various points throughout her life. Kiana has had difficulties throughout her life, teenage years. You know, she would skip school, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes. As an adult, she's made a lot of bad choices.
You ever did any of that?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all the same then.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
As an adult.
Go ahead.
As an adult, she's made bad choices in men that have abused her.
Physically and verbally, no doubt.
Physically. One instance, her ex split her face. I was the one that took her to the emergency room, waited with her to get stitches. Several times I've taken her to my house to get away from that person. And
how about other men? Got another man that you want to give me an example of?
Yeah, she had another man that broke her arm. And once again, I picked her up and, you know, took her to my house and let her recover there or to get away for a while. And she would always tell me, you know, she's not going back to that situation. And I've always been there for her through everything. I mean, she's my little sister. I've considered her. My mom even signed her birth certificate. Okay. And Kiki, well, we call her Kiki because two Kianas in the same household didn't work. But not only is this devastating for me, it is for my mother. I'm my mother's only biological child, and she's hurt by all of this as well as I am because that's my sister.
Let me allow her to give some background, ma'am.
Like she said, she is my god sister. She's had made mistakes in men also in her life. She's did a lot of things, and I've been there for her too, as a backbone.
Has she been abused by men?
I would say yes. She's been in an abusive relationship, so I don't even feel like that's
true.
No, it's not.
And I feel like that's irrelevant about why we're really here.
And the point is, you're a victim, and when you choose a man, you don't know that he's gonna beat you.
Exactly.
And once you fall in love with a guy, it's hard to break away, even if he is physically abusive.
Exactly.
So that's nothing to feel bad about.
Right.
Other than that, you all the same people. You've done the same thing. Smoke cigarettes, skip school, and smoke weed.
Right.
All right. Same thing. Only thing different is you've been a victim. Women don't do that knowing that they're going to get beat. I'm going to choose him because he's going to whoop me.
Right.
Go ahead, ma'am. What you suing her about? Rent, property damage, and electric bill. What happened?
Well, the last couple years, Kiki has rented from me, and she was doing good at that point, consistently working. Well,
when did she start?
January of 2011.
All right, and what was the agreement?
That she would pay $425 a month and rent until she got a dog. Later on in the lease, then her rent went up to $450.
Okay.
And she paid partial for November and still owed $100. She owed full rent for December and January of 2013. She also owed an electric bill on the amount of $278 and repairs that her and her ex did to the apartment for $385 plus a $90 window.
What were the damages for?
He sliced up the screen door, broke out my big picture window, threw her again into a wall, and there was holes in the walls. All this was after all the other incidences.
Yep. Ma'am?
I don't feel like I owe her pretty much any of what she's talking about, because I've paid her between, I want to say, November and December. Like, every time I got paid, I gave her money. I never got a receipt or anything from her because I didn't feel like I needed one. Because, like she said before, she's my sister.
Do you believe you owe any rent?
I believe I owe $400 maybe in rent. And
For which dates? Do you know? Have any idea?
I would say for January.
Okay. Why don't you believe December? You did pay December?
I paid her.
All right. And so you believe then you should only owe $425 or $450, depending on the dog, what have you. And we're not going to argue about this $25 for the dog's room. Did he have his own room? Yeah,
actually, she did.
She did have her own room?
Yes.
What did you have to pay? Yeah. Well, he had his own room.
Your Honor, I have proof that she...
My dogs don't have their own room. And that daddy got a couple dollars. Go ahead. Now, the damage to the property.
I don't feel like I don't owe her for that because, as she stated, my ex did it. So I feel like she should sue him for the damages.
Who's on the lease?
I was on the lease, but she also knew that he was on the property also.
Yeah, but the person who is on the lease and on the agreement, that's who is responsible for everything that goes on in there. Did you press charges?
I attempted to. We actually went down to the courthouse. I missed my court date, so we never got anything done behind that with him.
All right. You can still go back.
Well, I think I'm going to need to.
Because that's where you have to get the money from him.
Right.
The electric bill?
The electric bill, I feel I owe maybe $50 on the electric bill. Left over because the electric was still on, even after I moved out. So who's to say they didn't run up the electric bill?
So it sounds like you're saying you agree that you owe $50 for the electric bill,
yes,
and you agree that you owe for that January's rent. So that would be $500. Am I adding that right, Doyle?
Don't ask
You don't
me.
need no calculator to get up $50 plus $450. I was just testing you. I know $450 plus $50 is $500. Go ahead.
Ron, I just want to say that I'm actually really hurt that we're actually standing here. I would have thought anybody else in the world would have been suing me, not my sister.
If you haven't paid it. Hey, my brothers were one step away from being sued a couple of times till they paid me.
Yeah, that's not right.
What do you mean? It's not right to not pay her money. It's not right to not pay her money.
Okay, but we're family. We're supposed to help each other.
You're not supposed to beat her out her money.
Your Honor, I have proof that she owed me over. I have a text message that I sent her when she was trying to last minute give me little payments, and I said to her, at this point, I said, okay, I asked you to do that 2 days ago. You act like you're mad when you owe me over $1,500. Her response was, and I have every intention of paying you everything in full when I get on my feet. This was February 6th of 2013.
Let's see it. Ma'am, what do you say to this?
I did say that, but I didn't even state how much I owed her. I don't even feel like
She stated it, and you said you'd pay her every dime.
I didn't even pay no
Judgment
attention.
for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I still love
Whatever.
her. I still love her. I don't have any bad feelings. She's my sister, and I'll always love her.
Well, I just hope that we can turn around and go back to where we were before. And that's it.
Me too.